Good morning, kids. It's Mr. Ag here. It is Friday, thank goodness. Fridays are pretty weird. We don't have our typical morning meeting to sort of orient us through the day. So I'm going to use this video to actually help get you set for everything you need to do from now all the way up until our reading assignment starts at 1:30. So the very first thing I want to look at, and I want to make sure you see too, is that you can click into this at any time. The schedule is updated for today. The math is normal. The community meeting is normal for Friday mornings. Now, starting at 11, I have reading appointments with students from 11 all the way up until our reading time. So I'll just click into that. If you don't know if you have an appointment today, you can check right in here at the beginning of the year reading schedule, and you can see that I will be meeting with Violet first at 11 o'clock here, and then Charlie Robertson at 11:20, and then June at 11:40, and so on and so forth. You find your scheduled time for today, and this will be the time that we have to meet with each other. So I will be busy in one-on-one reading meetings. So what do you do? Well, let me show you. Let's go back to that virtual schedule that you can find on the Bitmoji Classroom whiteboard. And you can see during that time, here is your checklist of things to do. Catch up on any unfinished work. Now, the first thing is not a catch-up thing. It's actually your assignment for today in math. You have 3 math exit tickets to do based on the 3 lessons that we did this week. So it's kind of like a weekly quiz that you have to do. And at the end of this video, I'll show you exactly where those are and what to do with those. Now, I noticed that about half of the class turned in the lesson 13 and the lesson 14 assignments for math. A number of students didn't turn in either of the assignments. Those are due to me. You do have to do those and submit those. And if you watch the videos on those days, I didn't say you had to complete the assignments. I said you had to work on them for 15 minutes only and submit the work that you finished in 15 minutes. So if you didn't turn those in, then you need to go back and into the Wednesday and Thursday assignments for lesson 13 and lesson 14 and work on those CAMI assignments. I'll just list the people who have turned those in. And if I don't mention your name, you know you need to go back in and see what you have left to do still. So Zoe turned both of them in. Kaylee turned them both in. Liam, Levon, Beatrice, Ryan, Charlie Baker, Max Beck, Ellie, Jack, and that's it. Those are all the people that turned in both assignments. Now you may have turned in one or the other, or you may have turned in both of them and one of them is just blank. But you'll have to go in and check the work that you did. If I didn't mention your name, you're going to have to go back to those days and find those assignments, do those assignments, and submit them. Also, you've had an inquiry map assignment throughout the week this week. We've had 4 days so far to turn in one map. If you haven't done that yet, you are behind. So make sure you're doing the map assignment. I'm hoping to see more than one map. I'm hoping to see some creativity. I'm hoping to see you having fun with the assignment. The numbers are out of order here, sorry. This should be 3, this will be 4, this will be 5. If you're finished with those 3 things, you'll use this time to write something fun or read a good book. Occupy yourself with something academic, but that's also fun for you. So that's what you'll do during your independent work time today, because I will be unavailable to everyone except for the person that I'm in a reading conference with. All right, back to your math expectations for today. It is Friday, and typically on Fridays in math, we'll have some kind of exit ticket or some sort of final activity to do. This will be at the top. I forgot to move it to the top. In fact, I'll do that right now. I'll move it up to the top so you can see. There is a black folder here that says Friday exit tickets. You'll click into these Friday exit tickets and you've got 3 assignments. Anytime you see this icon here with the paper and the pencil, that means it's an assignment that you have to turn in. So each of these have to do with the lessons that we focused on this week. You will open the assignment with CAMI, and each one is either one or two problems, okay? And so I actually drew in here for you a starting point for the tape diagram because I know tape diagrams might be new for you and using them in Cami might be new for you, but I think that you can probably handle this. And so basically, the tools that are going to be most effective for you are going to be the text-to-speech tool because it reads the items to you, the text box tool where you can type in what you want to say. So here you're going to need to use the text box tool. You could draw it in, but it's neater and cleaner and easy for me to see if you use the text box tool. And the shapes tool. The shapes tool is really handy for tape diagrams because when you choose that rectangle, it can actually, you just draw that rectangle right onto the page like this. Now, and the line tool is a really, inside the shapes, there's a line tool that's really handy too, because what you can do is you can drop a straight line like right down in there, and you don't have to worry about whether or not your lines are crooked or ugly or weird. And you can draw your tape pieces with the line tool, or the tape units with the line tool. Now, there are a couple of ways to build tape diagrams that I think it's worth showing you. Okay, so I'm going to erase this work that I've done. You can add in your work directly to the tape that I made for you, or you can create your own down here. In this problem, we're given the total and we're given the group size, but we're not given the number of groups. And when you're not given the number of groups, this might not be the best way to approach making a tape diagram. If you know the group size, you could draw the groups until you get to the total. So for example, in this case, I've got 14 mints in a box. This person eats 2 mints a day and it wants to know how many days is it going to take to eat the whole box. Okay, so I'm going to draw one box or 2 mints at a time in a box and then do a count by. Okay, so there's one, and then I can do another one here. Actually, there's 2 mints, right? Here's 4 mints. I'm just going to build my tape out like this. Here's 6 mints. It might get a little ugly, but that's okay. Here's 8 mints, and here is 10 mints, and it's okay if there's a little space between them. Here's 12 mints. So far I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I've got 14 mints. So I stop there. Now I can do all my labeling. So I've got 14 mints. I'm going to put my total is 14 mints. So I'll put the text box down there and write, okay, 14 mints. Each unit here has 2 in it, so I can draw the mints, maybe little circles, maybe I'll make them green. You don't have to do it this way, but I've got 1 mint, I've got 2 mints, okay, and I'll draw those 2 mints all the way across, 2, 4, 6, 8, all the way until I get to 14, and then I label what each unit stands for, which is 1 day. So I will put a little line here, I'll put a little line here, and I'll put a text box, and I'll put, okay, this is 1 day. So you can see that after, or now you can count up how many days is it going to take for her to get to 14. So you just count the units. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll let you count up the units to finish up the problem and put the answer in. But the idea is you need to put the tape diagram in here, or add to this one until you get to the 14 total mints that they give you in the problem. Okay, so that's just lesson 12 here. You also have, so when you're done, I forgot to tell you, when you're done, make sure you click this turn in button, and then you have to click it again. You have to click turn in 2 times to make sure that it gets submitted to me. Okay, next, after you finish lesson 12, you can go in and do the lesson 13 exit ticket, open it with Cami, do the work, submit 2 times, turn in twice, and then down to lesson 14, you have another exit ticket, you open it up with Cami, and you follow all the directions. And that's your math assignment today. So I expect that this math assignment will take longer than the time that you have to do after you watch this video, but you've got all kinds of time this afternoon after your math lesson to work towards getting these things finished. So here's your checklist of things to do up until your inquiry time starts at 12:40. And if you've already done your map for the week, you can just continue working on these things as you work through the checklist. Um, you'll stop when it's time for your reading session to begin at 1:30. I hope that's clear. I tried to make it as clear as possible for you. I'm wishing you the best of luck, and I hope you're having fun. And don't stress too much, please, because stress is definitely our enemy. Stress is the enemy in this case. So if you're stressing, take a little break, ask for some help, but make sure you try to do your best to stay calm, because when your mind is stressed and you're feeling overloaded, it's a really hard time to learn. So do your best to just relax and enjoy it. And if you have questions and you just can't figure things out, make sure you ask someone who you think might be able to help you, or send me a note telling me about the troubles that you're having. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing the readers that I'm going to be seeing today. I'm looking forward to seeing you in our 2 live sessions today. And I hope we have the best Friday. We've had a great week. You've been doing a great job overall. Super proud of all of you guys. And after this day's over, we've got a nice weekend to relax and recharge. And we'll see each other again on Monday. All right, good luck, do your best, and have fun.